Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Yoruus speaking and welcome to Play by Mail 6, turn 53. Turn 53. Okay, so I want to plant here. And now the funny part about this is I want to get here as well. So I would say that I actually want to keep this scout fortifying here. Don't try to move around anyway to scout or try to pick anything. And just bait the barbarians in here so they will see a unit. It's fortified on a hill on the other side of the river, so they will be afraid to attack, but they're gonna run around that unit and think that they can potentially do something good. So in essence, I do want to move with the warrior here. Okay, first of all, let's check out the comments. I know I uploaded the previous turn today when I actually made it on Saturday. I'm sorry, yes, only 3 days delay, but it's just the way how it goes lately with uploading to YouTube stuff, especially that I was away from home on Sunday and on Monday I was actually streaming, so that's actually the lack of time to upload stuff. If I could do that at work, that would be amazing, but I cannot. So work is work, and Civ is Civ. Okay, so let's check out the comment. Now there is a huge comment from Nick, and I read it out. So Nick proposes, well, Nick kind of agrees with me with not going overboard, and actually 5 cities is basically more than enough because we've got tremendously enormous stuff to do. Oh well, excuse me, and to build workers, cargo ships, triremes, libraries. There's just so much stuff we need to get going that I do agree that 6 cities right now is a little bit too much, and I think like 5 cities for now it's the best idea. And Lake Victoria City, well, we can talk about a little bit where actually we're gonna plant the city. Now Nick proposes well, Lake Victoria, Fort Settler is going to the Cocoa spot, and Citrus. So Citrus, Cocoa, and Lake Victoria. Then we can potentially fill out a couple of cities in between. Now the problem with this is there's going to be a huge land in here that I can use later on, obviously, but there's going to be a huge land that I will need to cover if I want to defend this flank, right? Without an extra city for road connections for a little while, for a huge while actually. We're gonna have a tiny little bit of problems in here if somebody decides to attack in here. Now Nick proposes to check out closely. Where was it actually? Yeah, check out closely on Byzantine. Now Byzantine, still nothing has changed. He met 3 players, so the 3 players are somewhere on this side, somewhere in here, unless he was very lucky with the scouting and he went like hugely far away, or maybe there's a connection here. It's actually hard to judge because my scout didn't go that far, but he have not met any more players, so I'm assuming I didn't have the contact actually from Nick's comment, so I could have a chance to talk about that. But I do believe that this land is sort of uncontested, but I need to figure that out for sure. Now the one okay, build order in my capital should be 5th settler, finish granary, trireme, cargo ship, library into NC. Yes, I absolutely agree with that, though most probably the library could be delayed with another cargo ship, most probably, right? Because we've gonna have 2 spots for cargo ships relatively soon. And by the way, since like 4 turns, we need to figure out a couple of things, guys, ladies and gentlemen. So we need to figure out a couple of things. First of all, where are we going to go with the next tech? So I propose 2 turns right now for a discussion and figuring out which tech we're going to go next, and then the other 2 turns we're going to use to actually pick the votes on. So calendar sounds interesting, masonry sounds interesting, a lot of stuff actually sounds interesting, wheel sounds interesting. And basically there's tons of text that we do need to get at some point, so let's have a discussion about that. My proposition, actually, my proposition for the next tech is masonry. Masonry, now you probably would ask why. Now masonry, because I would potentially like to upgrade the quarries, so we have an option for stoneworks in Brillianto and our capital, right? Because those tiles will be tremendously good. I do want to work the silver as quickly as possible. For now I'm keeping the gold, but I was like wondering about getting the silver in here too. I know a lot of you are tempted also about getting some chariots, but as I said, I'm not a huge fan of wheel. I'm not a huge fan of wheel. I would like to get archers, right? Now there's tons of gold around this side. I'm like, there's tremendously a lot of gold. Look at this city, for example. There's really a lot of gold that we can use. There's a lot of gold that we can use and work. So I think we're gonna have the gold to upgrade the composites. So I do like the idea of getting archers, farming them either on city states, on our barbs, killing stuff, and then upgrading to composites, and not actually having those chariot archers later on that are just useless in the game. Let's just get those super crazy promoted archers into crossbows, into two-range Gatling guns and machine guns, and maybe later on bazookas or stuff like that. That would be awesome, right? Sadly, I'm not using the enhanced UI mode, because if I would be using enhanced UI mode, I would propose you to pick names for the units right now, but I can't do that, right? Yeah, I can't do that. I would like to do it, but I can't do it. So maybe I should actually install enhanced UI mode just to be able to get the names. I don't know how it would work actually in hot seat, because you know, like, you're gonna save and load. I know it's actually saving up. If you have any experience with that, that would be cool to know, because I think that would be a very cool addition. We could name units after you guys. For example, you're gonna propose name for units, so you can talk personally to the particular units. That would be crazy good. So if anybody knows, have any experience, if enhanced UI mode works with hot seat mode, I don't really want all of that stuff. The only thing that I would like to have is actually naming units, so it would be saved. It would be saved, right? That's the problem, because the save goes uploaded to the next player, into the next player, into the next player. So I don't even know that that's possible to name stuff in such a way, but maybe it is. So if anybody have any experience with that stuff, that would be cool if you would let me know. So that's the tech. Now Nick also posts in the comments, think about what we want to do with the worker. I think it will be the best to move it west to chop forests for Lake Victoria to get the granary ASAP, mine the silver, and connect the horses. You can build still another worker for the east. Now, though the idea sounds tempting right now myself, idea sounds tempting to go there. There's several things that actually I don't like it about that idea. Now the first thing that I don't like about that idea is actually chopping the forest. Now you would probably ask, Nick, why do I don't want to chop the forest? Why this time? Well, it's fairly simple reason. If we're going to settle a city in here, the only hammer tiles that we're going to get that we know of right now, potentially later on, is going to be 2 silver, 2 cow, a horse, and maybe 1 hill. Okay, so that's 5. And we're gonna get tons of food in here. So what I would actually like to keep in here is a forest here and here. If we're gonna clear that barb camp eventually, I think it's more beneficial for us to actually keep the forest and get a lumber mill on those cities, because this city will have tremendous amounts of food that we'll want to use. Now, improving silver, I'm not exactly sure. The travel time right now to get there is ridiculously long. The travel time in there is ridiculously long, so I actually would prefer to move this worker here, since we're gonna get the gems. And I was thinking about that quarry stuff, so that worker would actually stay at Brilliant right now, This worker could stay at Brillianto, improve the stuff here, be protected by 2 archers, and upgrade the stuff around this place, like 2 gems, maybe gems for trade, maybe horses. The culture borders will go to the horses potentially soon. We might even actually get the horses up online in here in the meantime, before the archer is gonna go there. Probably not that super crucial idea, but would be useful perhaps. We don't need horses really. If you gotta think about what we're gonna work in my capital for now, we're not gonna work too much stuff. I mean, we're gonna wait for the food, and when we're gonna get the food, I will still be forced to work a food tile. Now when I'm gonna get a granary, when I'm gonna get a granary and I'm gonna get that, I'm gonna be still working this. So my idea was actually to buy the silver, the second silver, so that's 60 G for iron and some G for the silver, so I can actually work that. But travel time for the worker to get to the silver is quite big, so I'm not sure if that's actually worth it. What do you think? If that's actually worth it, buying of silver in here and moving the worker back? So for now I was kind of thinking that I want to get the worker here and get this side up and running, get the gems online. So this is the luxury that I have access to right now, right? It's gems. So get the gems as soon as possible. So when we're gonna plop all the other cities, though probably like Cocoa is gonna be on Cocoa is gonna be on the luxury, but we will have to figure out the citrus spot. So I want some additional happiness right now so we can actually grow before I'm gonna start improving wine, and I'm gonna start maybe on citrus or something like that, and like getting the silk done and all that stuff. And one thing that I'm a little bit afraid of right now is actually sending this worker without protection. Now if by any reason a barb's gonna get in here somewhere, there's no way I can save him right now. So I want to be a little bit more safe in here, and I want to go here and start improving the gems. Gems seems like the most safe spot right now for a worker to be able to upgrade some stuff. If you guys have a different idea right now, I already moved the worker, right? But if you guys have a different idea, different opportunity for this worker to do, I think we'll give him a shout. But I think like moving to the other side right now is a little bit detrimental. This city is going to be tremendously good, don't get me wrong, this city is going to be tremendously good. We're going to plant the city here. We're going to work 6 food, so this city was going to grow very, very quickly. Now I can use the gold to buy silver, this silver and this silver potentially. First this silver, we're going to work on this silver, culture borders probably going to go for the silk, and then we can work slowly on the other silver. Now the first build that we're going to get in this city is probably a granary, but later on we could use a worker. And you're probably wondering, why do you want to build a worker? Well, to save up the travel time. Look at now, what's my choices? I can improve the cow. I don't want to improve the cow because I'm not going to work the cow for very long time, because my build order in my capital later on is going to be it's going to be granary, it's going to be trireme, it's going to be cargo ship, it's going to be a worker. And when I'm going to get a cargo ship, I'm hoping on a granary in this city, and with a granary in this city I want to send a cargo ship to my capital, so it will finally grow and plump out a couple of workers that will start improving stuff to get things rolling. And I think the worker in my capital will actually want to get the quarries done as soon as possible, so we can get stoneworks and all the other stuff. So if we're gonna go quarry first, then I believe when we're gonna get there, I'm gonna get 2 archers in here, and I actually do agree with the idea that we want to have 2 archers. So I'll be able to upgrade the gems, and I will be able to upgrade the quarry. Then we're gonna get a granary, library, stoneworks, improve the horses. There's a ton of stuff this worker can do in this particular city for now, because this city is going to work those styles. So I think this worker is going to be the best used at Brilliant. Oh my goodness, I'm talking so much today. Alright, some other points. Keep in mind that you're going to get a golden age very soon, so plant Lake Victoria in the right spot. Yep, we are planning to plant the Lake Victoria city here as we talk about it. Exactly here, so we can farm the barb camp. Alright, have you asked Byzantines who else I need to do that? Who's else he met? I hope you keep building archers in Brilliant. You want as many archers as possible ASAP, both for the barb camps and then to start leveling up on Geneva. Well, about the Geneva, I'm not entirely sure. Do we want to level this up? Well, probably we do. Probably will do. But turn 75 is like almost here. I think Geneva is gonna be. We're gonna start picking on Geneva in around turn 100, I think. Unless we can steal a worker or something in here with an extra unit that we actually don't have right now. But hopefully on turn 75 we can at least get a scout or something to get a worker here and steal from Geneva and just let it be at war. So probably 3 archers in this particular city would be 2 or 3 archers in this particular city would be a nice idea overall to get here, because the 5th city is gonna get, still will have to get the granary. Maybe we're gonna start off on library. We can talk about it later on, so we can fit in that and see timing nicely. And I'm excited for the setup and glad we're developing a good plan together. Yeah, I'm excited too about this play by email 6. This is the way I want it to work, and I hope at least this series play by email 6 gonna be working properly, though I will probably be late with the uploads from time to time. Haha. PS, postscriptum. Sorry for such a long comment, but if you don't move for 4 days, it gives me a lot of time to think. I'm sorry, I got the turn actually on Friday, but as you know I was streaming 24 hours on Friday. And I do record after I stream, so I did record the game. The previous turn I recorded after streaming, though. You probably, well, the people who've been there know that I was up for 36 hours. So when I finished the turn, I was like, so I went to sleep instantly. I didn't even have a chance to upload it. I was just simply dead. And on Sunday I was away. We went to visit my family. I actually took the PC with me. I was planning to at least get the turn uploaded and maybe sort out some stuff, but I didn't have a chance. And on Monday I was actually streaming. I got back from work and I started streaming. So that's the problem right now when I'm streaming 3 times a week, trying to get that partnership done. I don't really have that much time to sort out YouTube stuff and play by emails. I need to fix my schedule. I need to organize my time a little bit better, so I can definitely don't slack on play by emails. Finally get those previous play by emails up and running, and so I will actually get at least 2 games played during the week, uploaded every week, because I'm quite disappointed at myself right now that I am not managing to do it properly. But that's life, right? That's life. Alright. Moves. Shoot the barb. Kapow! Don't run away, barb. You got culture to give. And shall we go here? I think we're gonna go here. And then here. I still will have to move here, nevertheless. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2. Actually, well, if I step here, there is a slight chance, very slim chance. Wait a second, let's figure out the movement. Now this is a very good defensive spot, right? But if I'm gonna move the worker and the settler, warrior and the settler this way next turn, the barb could move back and I could be blocked off by this spot, right? But then again, if I move here, I can put the warrior later on in here, and scout could even go to snatch the ruin, and it should survive 1 barb. The question is, he is healing right now. Could he potentially survive a hit from this barb here? Well, if I'm attacking over the river and I've got 7.9 combat strength, and he's got minus 15% turn modifier. Yeah, I think we'll have no problems in here, and he shouldn't be able to attack. So hopefully he will scoot away somewhere else, and I will be actually able to take this spot. This way I will move in here. This guy will fortify. Hopefully it will fortify. It will not be zone of control in here, and then I can move on the next turn here with the warrior and the settler. So hopefully that will work fine. I hope you all are not disappointed with my moves with the scout and the warrior in here, and it's gonna work out well. Okay, that's basically it for the moves. Let's just take a quick look at demos. 17 hammers, 21, and Germany has tremendous amounts of food. 31 food, bloody ridiculous. That's nice. He's got tons of good food. Liberty, tradition. Alright, so this guy has a mix, and this guy is full liberty. Interesting. Very interesting. And we're straight on tradition into honor later on. Alright, so I guess that's it for this turn. Oh, start thinking about the name for our third city, the Lake Victoria city. Basically, 3 things that we need to think about: tech, next tech, and tech path, name for our second city, and what shall we do with the worker. I think so, at least. Alright, thank you very much for watching. I wish you a good day, good night, good evening, depending on the time zone you're in, and see you next time. Best wishes. Yoruus out.